And we're back with Ben 10 Alien Force, this time Season 3, Episode 15. Yes, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 26 more episodes and then we're done with Ben 10 Alien Force. Ooh, we're in the final countdown now. But yeah, let's see, where did we leave off last time? We had another Vilgax episode. Fourth time Vilgax has appeared in this season. Fourth episode he's appeared in this season. Yes, and he learned from the Ghost Freak episode that Primus was the key to getting the power of the Omnitrix, and doing so he went to Primus, which was a planet, and his presence, because Primus is like a central computer that the Omnitrix is like a wireless device to, and so when Vilgax arrived on Primus, it called the Omnitrix back to it, resulting in Ben, Kevin and Gwen also going there themselves. What resulted was a fight between Azimuth, Ben, Gwen, Kevin and Vilgax, and yeah, we learned a lot about the Omnitrix and Primus last episode. About the Codon stream as well, which is basically a river that holds all the DNA of almost every creature in the universe. So, yes, it was just a lot of fun last episode, so where do we go from here? I do not know, so I do want to find out, so let's just get into Season 3, Episode 15 of Ben 10 Alien Force, starting right now! She's wearing a Lucky Girl outfit! Okay. Why, though? Is this like a vigilante outfit? I've got to say, it's a good outfit. She should wear that all the time when she's doing hero work. Hex! Hex! Hex!
I could swear I heard.
I told you, Uncle Hex, there's nothing here.
And Charmcaster as well!
It's late. I am one lucky girl.
Yes. I'm liking this already. Lucky Girl, outfit, Charmcaster and Hex.
You're gonna break it. No, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
It was already loose. She doesn't even pretend to like me anymore. Anyway, who can blame her? Look at me.
We're back here again. Is that why she took the book? Because the last Charmcaster episode, that's what she was trying to do.
Quis quandam eram afflictus, eam vicious mos red integro.
There's an old saying in my field: time travel is for
Ah!
fools, and I speak from experience.
Professor Paradox?
Hello, Gwen.
What the hell?
I'm about to warn you not to go through with this plan of yours. See, I just did, right on schedule. Now comes the part where you tell me
This spell can send me back in time.
you think that if you can stop them, there won't be any explosion, and Kevin won't be transformed into a monster, and everything will be wonderful again.
Yes.
No, you are about to unleash forces that you can neither comprehend nor control.
And she's still gonna do it, and we're gonna have problems. This is not a good idea.
Who are you? Who do I look like? I'm you. I just traveled back in time to give me, you important information. Prove it. Prove what? Prove that you're me. Okay, fine. You're me. And by the way, yuck. You have to admit, nobody knows that but us. Overkill. You could have just told me our locker number or something. You will never forgive yourself if you let this happen. Okay.
Oi! Okay.
I said it's too risky.
Well.
My stuff.
Good girl.
Now, what's gonna be the issue when she goes back? How does this work?
Charmcaster's monsters.
Okay.
What's she doing?
Yeah, it's not. There's not much worth saving right now, Gwen. Oh! And what's there? Yep, something's there. Ouch. And they're just gonna walk away from that. Cool. Not the car again.
Oh, Kevin. Not you too.
It's like a zombie apocalypse. Hello! Okay. Hex has taken over the whole planet. Well, at least Bellwood.
Been quite a day, hasn't
Would
it?
you stop doing that?
You, Ben and Kevin, swung into action. You were humanity's last line of defense. Only there was a weak link. Kevin. Because you went into the past and prevented that explosion, you kept him from mutating. Ergo, the new Kevin, or rather the old Kevin, lacked the powers that would have allowed him to stop Hex. And so, the bad guys won.
I didn't know.
Oh.
Kevin. I'll save you, Kevin. I promise.
That's the sort of thing that got you into trouble in the first place.
And then?
He fought bravely, but eventually they caught him too. Pity, after you died, he was the planet's last hope.
No. Dead? Me?
Yes.
Charmcaster quarter. Yep.
Gwen Tennyson? No way.
Why so surprised?
Because I killed you once. And now I'm gonna do it again.
Ooh. How did you beat her?
Killing me is not cool.
And now for Hex.
Sorry. It's the one book I don't lend out.
You aren't surprised to see me.
To the contrary, I've been waiting for you to show up. After all, you're the time-lost Gwen. The last link to a less appealing past. I love this new world your meddling created. I'm not letting you change it back.
Oh.
Are you two done talking yet?
Here comes Kevin. Here comes Kevin. It's so easy to tell. Oh. Hey, she just.
Oh, sure. Like you knew that was coming.
She just pulled an Ahsoka season 7. Your spine will be fucked after that. Hello.
Ben?
I don't understand.
The Omnitrix. When it blew up. Only it didn't, but it should have, and it would have if only I hadn't tried to fix everything.
I know I'm kind of messed
Not
up.
yeah, not the
You're not making any sense.
not the best
I'll explain
explanation.
when I get you out of here.
Sure.
Ooh. Let's go. Ooh.
I need time to cast a spell.
Yeah, it's not. They.
Use quantum arum afflictus.
Stop!
Mas nos quam esse.
Why? Just in time.
You will never forgive yourself if you let this happen. Don't listen to her. I'm from her future and she doesn't know what she's talking about. The lock on our locker is broken. We just leave it hanging there so it looks closed. Alright, you're me. But I still think we should save Kevin. You guys need to make up our mind. Just to make sure she doesn't try. I'm gonna make her forget everything that happened. Come on. We don't belong here. Ben?
Ah, mate. And then we have to see this again.
Run for it, both of you! Maybe I can...
Want to go to Mr. Smoothie? It's Ben's treat.
Oh.
Hello, young persons.
Paradox. What are you doing here?
Is something wrong?
No. Everything's fine.
Okay. Well, that was a very surprisingly great episode. A great episode centered around Gwen. We don't get much of those nowadays. We don't get much episodes centered around Gwen. Ben took very much a backseat to this. Oh, hello, Kerry Payton voices Hex. Did he voice him in the original series? Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, Ben. Kerry Payton voiced Hex in the original series as well. How lovely is that? And I do remember someone saying in the comments of the Charmcaster episode that the voice actress for Charmcaster is the same as well. You know what? I feel like Hex is the only villain from the original series that they brought over that they didn't change. And I was completely fine with it. I mean, they didn't really change Charmcaster either. They just changed the design. They didn't change the character that much. But Hex was just the same as he's always been. And I was very, very happy to see him. I do feel like we wrapped up that ending quite fast. I feel like the creators of this episode were like saying like, oh shit, we've only got like 2 minutes left. Quick, wrap it up. Quick, send her back to a regular time. Have her see Kevin and Ben again, and then have Paradox have like a 10-second appearance. Yeah, cool. But first of all, let's start. I was surprised when we saw Gwen sneaking into a mansion. We didn't know what mansion it was at first, but she was wearing her Lucky Girl outfit. And like I said in the reaction, I think she should wear that. I think she should wear that outfit all the time when she's doing hero work. It's a very good costume because Ben has his aliens, that's his costumes. Kevin has his mutated form, that's his costume. I feel like Gwen should have hers. So yeah, surprised to see Lucky Girl again. And then we found out, we saw her pick out a book, and then we found out whose mansion it was she broke into. Hex and Charmcaster, who are just villains living in a mansion in Bellwood. Cool. So that means that Gwen, Kevin and Ben know exactly, well at least Gwen does, she knows exactly where to find Charmcaster and Hex, and they do nothing about it. They must wait for them to do something before deciding to act against them. Yeah, like I said, a very Gwen-centered episode, and it wasn't a problem either. It was very good. And so she took that book because just like the last Charmcaster episode, she has been searching for a way to cure Kevin of his mutated form. I don't believe it means anything to her, but, well, the way he looks doesn't mean anything to her, but it means a lot to him. And that's why she's trying to do it, because she wants him to feel confident in himself again. But honestly, we're getting to the end of Alien Force now. Are we gonna get on with that romance? Like, I'm waiting for it at this point. I feel like we've been spinning our wheels too long. If I said it, I think I remember saying at some point they can spin their wheels for as long as they want and it'll still be good. I'm waiting now. Like, we're in the final few episodes. I want the start of the relationship. Maybe it'll happen in the final episode, and then Ultimate Alien, because we will do that. Ultimate Alien will be them in an actual relationship, please. Because honestly, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it now. So the reason she's doing it is because she wants him to feel better about himself. So she's found this time travel spell where she can go back in time. But before she can do that, we had a little advice from our favourite time traveller, our favourite Ben 10 time traveller, which is Paradox. Paradox showed up. I was shocked after shocked at the beginning of this episode, really. Shocked when I saw the Lucky Girl outfit, shocked when I saw Hex, shocked when I saw Charmcaster, and then shocked when I saw Paradox. And then equally shocked when, but also confused when she went along with the spell despite Paradox saying no. I mean, if Paradox tells you no, are you really going to disobey him? Like, Ben disobeyed Azimuth in the first episode, and look where it's gotten us. And now Gwen's disobeying Paradox, and then look where it went. Luckily, she reversed it, but yeah. So she does the spell, and hey presto, she comes. Well, she go. We see the scene all over again of the. Well, we do actually see the scene of when the Omnitrix exploded, but we get a little freeze frame where future Gwen tells past Gwen to not do it, to not let the Omnitrix explode, and to not let them tamper with the Omnitrix. And so and so past Gwen stops Ben and Kevin from doing that. So she stops the Omnitrix from exploding, she moves them away, she destroys the machine. Hey presto, we've prevented the hacking of the Omnitrix. And so present Gwen goes back to her time, the current time, and the whole world is a dystopian nightmare. And it's a hex ruled state. Where Hex is basically ruling Bellwood, maybe even the world, and Charmcaster and her soldiers are just, well, taking people, just hunting people and everything. Because in this world, after a little bit of hide and seek with the rock monsters, Gwen got a bit of an explanation which we needed. And in this timeline where they prevented the hacking of the Omnitrix, Kevin wasn't strong enough to defeat Hex. Which means that battle is going to take place at some point. Maybe we'll see that at some point. The battle of Gwen, Ben, and Kevin versus Hex and Charmcaster. That will decide whether this future happens or not. Because in this one, Ben's. In this dystopian world, Kevin still had his absorbing abilities, but those weren't strong enough. So, by hacking the Omnitrix, by letting it explode, and by letting Kevin mutate, he's grown stronger. He's more powerful than he was before. I suppose I never really thought of I can't believe the thought has never come to me that just thinking does Kevin's mutation make him more powerful? I've never thought of that before. I just thought all I saw was a change on how he looks, but I just never thought about if it makes him more powerful or not. It's an interesting thought. But yeah, camera's heating up, so I might have to turn the heating off and let this carry on with this once it's a bit cooler, so give me a second. Okay, so hopefully we can stop from overheating in this section. Oh god, it's hot. So yeah, like I said, never thought of Kevin's powers making him stronger. Never thought of that before. So yeah, interesting. So after that, Paradox also explains that Ben fought as much as he could, but eventually he was captured. Kevin was captured by Charmcaster and made to become a stone slave, and Gwen died. So yeah, and now Hex rules over the. I'm just gonna assume he said the entire planet, because he says Earth's last defense. He said Ben, Gwen, and Kevin were Earth's last defense. So yeah, Hex world, and he rules it from his mansion. which now they've got to get into and take back the book once again and basically reverse the spell. So I'm amazed that Gwen got in as easily as she did. I thought there was going to have to be a bit more finesse to it, but then again, I keep forgetting that this is a cartoon. This is a kids show with only a 20-minute time limit. So I forget how long we have. I've said this many times in the past. You could have made this into 2 episodes if you wanted to, but you could have, but we didn't. So yeah, Gwen gets in and Hex is waiting for her. He knows about what she did. He knows that she's from a timeline where he doesn't rule the world. So, and not to mention Gwen absolutely beasted Charmcaster getting in there. Not only did she knock her down, she knocked her out as well. How did this version of Charmcaster ever beat Gwen? How could she be the one to kill Gwen? She got absolutely beasted in this episode. Not only did she get knocked out by magic, she also got square kicked in the jaw as well, once inside the mansion as well. Gwen finds Ben and then utterly fails to properly explain how this happened, but then again, at the end of it, the matter got resolved quite quickly, I'd say, so that she didn't really need to explain it to him. All she needed to explain was hold off the enemies, Charmcaster, Hex, Rock Monster, Rock Kevin. Hold them all off while she reverses the spell. I can only assume that would have been Ben's final stand, because Hex showed up quite quickly, so I'm assuming maybe Ben died quite fast. But yeah, she managed to reverse the spell just in time, and we got 3 Gwens conversing with each other. One who's in the past doesn't know what the hell's going on, one in the close past, and she's saying you gotta stop Kevin from mutating, and then the now one is saying no, you have to let Kevin mutate. So one that doesn't know what's going to happen, one that's trying to prevent what's going to happen, and then another one that has to let what happened happen. And so we have to watch the Omnitrix explode again. And Gwen goes back to her time and sees Ben and Kevin okay. Kevin's still mutated, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care about that really. And then quick stop outside by Paradox saying, yeah, everything's fine, and then disappearing. That must be so confusing for Ben and Kevin. It's literally, they've just walked outside, Paradox is there, and they're saying, is something wrong? He's like, no, everything's fine, and then disappears. That has got to be so confusing for Ben and Kevin, but that's just how it was. I've got to rank this episode, and you know what? I have a feeling it's going to be quite up there. It's going to be up high, I think. Okay, so is it better than episode 10, which was the Vilgax and Ghost Freak episode? No, I don't believe it was. Was it better than the Hybrid epilogue part? It's close, but not there. Is it better than the Tiffin episode with Wrath? Wrath was just too entertaining, so I'm going to say no. Was it better than last episode with Vilgax, Primus and the Omnitrix? This is where... So it's either going to go above last episode or below it. I don't think it's... Because what episode... Yeah, it's definitely better than the Dark Star episode where Kevin turned back to normal for a bit. It's better than that one, so is it above or below last episode? Just because of the multiple shocks that happened, Lucky Girl, Hex, Charmcaster, Paradox, Dystopian World. Yes, I'm going to say this was better than last episode, so this takes 4th place. So, sorry, last episode you had a short reign at 4th place, but now you are in 5th place. This episode takes 4th place. It was very good. A lot of people were saying, like, what episode recently came out on my YouTube recently? The last Charmcaster one. Either it was the last Charmcaster episode or the episode before it that said, honestly, it's banger after banger after banger for the next few episodes. And honestly, I'm inclined to agree, because almost every episode since episode 8 has been great. Episode 12 faltered a little bit. Well, actually, no, that was still very good. Like, basically every episode since episode 8 has been in the top half of these rankings. So, yeah, this season has definitely gotten better in the later stages. Let's hope it keeps it up for the final few, because we've only got 5 more episodes left of Ben 10 Alien Force. Let's just see if it can keep up this pace. Let's see if it can keep up this quality until the end. But that is all we've got for this week of Ben 10 Alien Force. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!